brothers and sisters. Pray you're all having a blessed day. Beautiful Sabbath. I just wanted to come on and talk about a couple things. Mainly what you see on the screen here. And it's starting to become more evident what's going on here. All these fact checkers and yeah, it's kind of funny, to be honest with you. But I did see, and I'll scroll down here. As you can see here, it showed a blip. I don't have Facebook, but I did see, I don't know if it was on YouTube or what it was, but I did see that Bill Gates had bought Telegram for $600 million. And it kind of all coincided with he's apparently the first or second largest farmland owner. And again, I can't remember what it is, if it's just in the United States or if it's in the world or whatever the case may be. But either way, again, brothers and sisters, this is all just static. And then I see this guy, he wants to block out the sun. I did a video on this, I forget how many videos ago, but it doesn't matter. And so what was once a conspiracy theory, chemtrails, like he's telling the world that he's going to do it. And meanwhile, we know they've been doing it now for, I remember Richie from Boston. That's how he started 10 years ago. So that's a long time to be putting whatever garbage they're putting in the air, you guys. But here's the thing. Now we've got this report here, okay? Check your fact check. Did Bill Gates buy Telegram for $600 million? There you go. Verdict, false. Okay. We're having a very difficult time. I'm not going to say we are. I'm going to say the world is having a very difficult time sifting through information at this point. I can remember my dad, still to this day, he enjoys sitting down with a paper at the kitchen table after breakfast, having his coffee before. I can picture him doing this 30 years ago, you guys. And so think about how sparse the information was back then, 30 years ago. You're very, very limited to where you got your info from. And it's not like they didn't have the technology to have 60, 70, 80. Like right now, what is it? You pay however much money for a useless amounts of TV programs. And then back to that word program again, but I digress. That was for Richie. But back then, they could have had all those channels, but they were prepping us. They were prepping you to trust the little bits of information that you got, whether they were from magazines or newspapers or the 2 or 3 channels you got. I remember all we had was 3 and there was a rotor. We had to turn the rotor. And so you got excited for whatever came on TV. Well, now look at how much information is out there, dear brothers and sisters. Even right down to, I remember doing school reports and having to use encyclopedias. And there'd be an encyclopedia salesperson going around trying to sell these books. Now, if we could go back and look at who published those books, you'd be quite interested to see names like Rockefeller on them and various names of the small families. I think there's 6 of them that own all media and publication worldwide. Think about that, you guys. And I know you all know that, but I'm getting to a point here. So we were limited to what kind of information that we had at the beginning. And now we are just bombarded with just copious amounts of information. Doesn't matter where you go, you're either getting a link from, you got a friend that's shooting you something on a Facebook Messenger, and then you've got your Instagrams, you got your Facebooks, you got your you name it. You still got your newspapers, which are dying out. You got a gajillion television channels that are out there. You got the internet, you name it. And so now you've got these stories that are coming out that were believable, like Telegram being bought by Bill Gates for $600 million, and now you find out that it's fake. Well, brothers and sisters, guess who probably put that Telegram story out there in the first place? They're at this point now, guys, where they're trying to bait us in so that we get sucked in to report these. And then what happens? So when you, and I'll gladly use me as an example here. I see the sensationalized story of Lil Nas X and his Satan Nike shoes. And what do? I post it online, without doing any kind of back checking or whatever, my own fact checking, and find out that the story is not true. Well, what does that do now, dear brothers and sisters? I even got a comment from a brother that said, this isn't true. What you're showing right now isn't true. So what does that do? So all the information that I've presented beforehand, if you're on the fence about something, or you're new to the walk, or whatever the case may be, that video might make you go, you know what? I'm not listening to this guy. And at the end of the day, dear brothers and sisters, we're just watchmen. We're here to present the information that's been given to us to the best of our knowledge as being truth. That's why you're supposed to test all spirits. You're supposed to take all information to the Father and pray on it. Don't just jump the gun and throw something out there in the hopes of possibly getting more views or whatever the case may be. Because at the end of the day, what does that matter? Go away, pride. Go away, ego. Get out of here. But look at this information right here, dear brothers and sisters, a completely believable story. Basically, what ended up happening here is somebody used either a site or whatever the case may be, like a Fox News, and then just took out the writing in front of it and put that there. And now all the deep fakes faces, you see Tom Cruise is not Tom Cruise. And like, how do we even know what we're seeing on the which is scrying mirror, your television? How do you know that? Or the internet, for that matter. Who's died? Who hasn't died? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter, you guys. It's all to keep us busy. It's there to steal your time away from you. If you weren't, scouring the internet looking for the next story, what would you be doing, dear brothers and sisters? I pray that you'd be studying. You'd be in the Word. So our enemy hates that. He doesn't want that. He doesn't want us studying. He wants us baited in by various different stories and then putting those stories online and then it being fact-checked and debunked. And then the next thing you know, we look like we don't know what we're talking about. Oh, there he is. There's William, another whack job, tinfoil hat-wearing conspiracy theorist that's posting up fake information. So we're in a time right now where before it was you couldn't find any information, let alone the truth. And now you're so inundated with information that it's very tough to decipher truth from lies, you guys. So take everything to the Father, you guys. Everything. Pray on everything. And I have to be the first one to when you see information, don't jump to the gun and throw it out there right away because you don't know. Now, our enemy knows us, dear brothers and sisters. And you've heard me say this, and you know this. He's not after those that are deceived because they're deceived. He's after lukewarms. He's after believers. That's what he's after. And that is an indication of where we're at what season we're in, dear brothers and sisters. We're close. We're very, very close. I just saw an article where Elon Musk was basically throwing a shot at Bill Gates trying to take over the world and that he's kind of responsible for things. Like, hello? If you were to look up controlled opposition and what the definition thereof was, that's the answer right there, you guys. Just magicians, constantly sleight of hand. Look over here. Oh, no, it's over here. Look over here. No, it's over here. And now you've got things that are happening in the news right now with Prince Philip and just the numerology that's involved in that. He's 90, died at 99. You got yourself 9/11s. They can't help themselves, you guys. They really can't. But It's all part of a big spell. They're just keeping you under the spell of that veil over your eyes, trying to keep you busy so that you can't figure out what the truth is. And the truth is Jesus Christ. If you never turned on that witch's scrying mirror, you would never know that there was something happening that's happening in the world right now, whether it be from the thing that goes in your arm, to why that's happening, to George Floyd, to you name it, you guys. But these are all signs of the times. This is to show us what season we're in. So just be very careful what information that we decide to take in and put out. I know even just with that whole thing happening in Israel right now, you guys, it's starting to gain some momentum. So it's definitely something to understand again where we're at. It truly is. So either way, you guys, I just want to come on and say hi. I love you. Discern everything. Take everything to the Father. Always. Because we're just going to be bombarded with tons of information. And Scripture tells us that, you guys. It's going to come from all sides, all different directions. Our enemy's coming at us from every possible angle that he can get us from. And in turn, that's why this deception is so deep, you guys, that what we feel and see on the surface as truth, when it comes especially from them and their sources. I even know, like with this thing that's going in our arm, again, at the end of the day, I know it's bad. I'll die before. I'd rather get the C word and die from that than actually get them to put it in my arm. That's the bottom line. It's just not happening. It's not happening. We have to take a stand, you guys. There's a point where enough's enough. This is it. And be brave enough to teach people so. Anyways, I think I'm rambling at this point, so I'm going to shut her down. I love you guys. I just wanted to show you guys this because there was a point where actually it did pique my interest to thinking, wow, that guy, I can't believe he bought Telegram. Of course he did. Now to find out it's all, and who knows, maybe it is true. Who knows? Doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. This is, one more way to take up your time. And I pray that this video wasn't one more opportunity to waste your time, you guys. What I'm trying to get at is, you know what? I think it's time to snap these phones in half. I believe that. It's at that point. I love you guys, and the community aspect of it, I need it. Praise Jesus Christ. It's amazing. We just can't get carried away, you guys, and just be on here forever, hours upon hours upon hours. So there's better things we can be doing with our time, and that's studying to find ourselves approved. Okay, I'm really going now. I love you guys. Sabbath blessings. I pray you're all protected. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your family, you guys. I love you. God bless. Take care.